Alright guys, so we're here, we've got our two Civics. Pretty big day planned. So basically the story is, and the reason why we have two Civics that we're working on, once upon a time we bought an S15 for Talani. She needed to learn manual before she jumped in that car because it's obviously built and whatnot. And so we thought, let's buy a Civic and we'll put the kids in the back and we can drive around, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we ended up picking up another car that was a little bit more suited to our needs, and my mate Dan actually needed to buy a car. So the Civic got sold onto Dan, and he coined the nickname for it Lil Elise. So Lil Elise was the little green Civic that you guys saw at the beginning of this video and in the thumbnail. This is where the story sort of takes a bit of a turn for the worse, and it gets pretty sad. Lil Elise was parked out on the street, and long story short, a trailer smacked into the back of it in a hit and run, and it totally smashed in the back of the car, which you'll see in some footage. Now, here's what we've replaced it with. This little red demon here. And we've got a bit of a mission on our hands, which includes switching all these parts across, all the good parts from Lil Elise across to the new car, which I'll let Dan tell you the name of it when we get to that. But Lil Elise was such a perfect little car. It was actually really tidy, like there's a little bit of sun fade and whatever. Mate, are you alright?
Well, look, I can't tell if this is sweat or tears because it's so hot.
Down hot.
But she was only 2 months old.
So Lil Elise, come down here, camera win. Lil Elise was a mint little car. This trailer has smacked into the back of it, and as you guys can see, it's totally punched in the back. I don't even know what you call this, like the back quarter panel. There's a massive crease through it. This wheel is pushed all in. All the arms are bent underneath it, and basically what we thought is, for the price of a Honda Civic versus the cost of repairing this one, we may as well try and find something that's running sweet, drives sweet. Maybe we probably could have bought a little less of a project, but we'll transfer all the good parts and it'll be way more economical than just fixing Lil Elise as what we know is broken and still having something else to repair. So we got
Lil Elise V2 / Lindy, Lindy. Because I figure the Lindy effect is if something's been around for a long time, chances are it's going to stay around for a long time, and we've got faith. They've actually very close to the number of kilometres to each other. This one's 301,000. I had the honour of crossing over the 300,000 mark. This one's 302,000. So I figured, fingers crossed.
These things are going to be kicking on for a long time.
Kick around.
So something that we're going to do, obviously. Let's have a quick look at Lindy. So this is going to be the car that we need to drive from now on. This car is going to get painted. So the major thing from the outside that we want to have as little work for the panel beaters and painters as possible. All the good guards that have like no damage on Lil Elise are going to get swapped over to Lindy. All things like this, like these pillar trims that are all busted. This door handle is a little sad. Undecided whether we're keeping the chromies or not yet, but I've got a feeling it's going to be a no. Dan's not a fan of the black badge. He prefers a bit of bling, so maybe we will keep the chromies. It'll match a little better. We've got this rear quarter panel. This is probably the worst damage on the whole car. This rear quarter's been hit. Something's happened. That's not a job for me. That's a job for the panel beaters. So we're going to leave that. Trims. Probably this door's going to get swapped. These mirrors, they're a bit toast. This one's a bit seen better days. Definitely that door. This guard's not too bad, but I do like the guards on Lil Elise a little better, and the bumpers are going to stay the same. Then we got to switch over the door cards, little bits and pieces on the interior, and that's probably going to be, excuse me, our job done. Our job done.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll these into the shade, and we're going to get started. Let's do it.
Whoever thought this was a good idea? Look at this. This is some beautiful skull decal. Really wish I could keep this. Get rid of this speaker setup. Now, if anyone wants this, it'll be on eBay under sick door panel with skulls and dual speakers. 59 bucks. All yours.
Why are you removing that one?
Well, that one's got, the guards have been rolled and she's all toast. Because I think it's had these big 17s on it for a while. And they're probably just rubbing up against the guards. But I think the vision that Dan has in store for Lindy is either the wheels that are already on Lil Elise, or we'll try and track down some other 14 or 15 inch 4x100 wheels and have it sitting nicely. Because this car's actually, something about this car, Sam, cameraman Wham, get behind here, mate, or see if you can see in there. But it's actually got coilovers. See if we can see the Ironman spec coilovers. There we go. So we can slam this thing. Alright, so we've got both front guards off each of the cars. Tiny did a great job getting that one out.
Thank you.
Killing it. Alright, green one's going to go onto here. Headlight back in. We've got the good grille, it needs to go back on. Dan has removed the Salvatore Dali door cards. He's got that one on. Then we need to do a whole door swap, which is probably next after we get this guard back on from the left hand side of the cars. Maybe this guard as well. I need to have another look. Maybe this guard, because I don't like, well, it's just not aligned properly, but it doesn't look too bad. It's just the alignment.
But then, like, if we just swap the guards over as well, you can just use the police indicators and you don't have to do shit. You just, like, plug it in. You know?
I can just wiggle that one way. Pop them out from behind. That's already undone.
But what about that one won't be?
Yeah, because you've got the guard liner, which has to come out either way.
Okay.
If you're going to get to it. Alright, we're just going to keep going. I don't even know where we're at. In the backyard in the cool, what door are you on now, mate?
Mate, we're getting the passenger door off because we need to swap the locks. Because we're going to swap this whole door, because I think you can see on here it's a bit dented. We're going to swap this whole door with that one. But of course the locks on the outside are going to be different. So I need to get this door panel off, take the door handle out, take the lock out, and we're going to replace it with the lock on that one. So getting a lot of practice taking these door panels off. But yes, it is a lot cooler in the backyard.
Well, would you look at that? That is the old lock in the good handle, reinserted, and she is good to go. And I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade here with central locking too. This car. So yeah, electronic central locking. Dan just had a stereo put in this one, hey?
Yep.
Stereo speakers, all that jazz. And then at the trailer, got it. So we need to take the seats out of this, pull the old wiring out of it, because they're going to have to rerun that. Probably get new wiring for that once it goes in.
Yeah, well, definitely taking the sub out of the back of here because I don't want any of that. So we'll take the seats out, give it a good clean,
Yeah.
and then remove the sub. And then I think all they'll have to do is just reconnect the door speakers. Yeah. I mean, we could probably do it,
We
but
can do the head. Yeah, we'll connect it. I
Yeah.
think we can do it. Alright,
maybe.
well, let's do the seats, and then we can clean this so that we can put it back together nicely.
Love is love. Love is love.
Bro, this is actually owned by Bala Chandra, sometimes known as Cheryl.
Love is love.
So, what are we up to? We are going to take this guard off so I can get this door off, because this door is going on the other car. Switch the indicator. And Dan's gone out to buy a vacuum cleaner because the vacuum cleaner we were using broke. So, I'm going to swap that over. This is fun, but we're getting close. And then we can start putting the interior back together, because we've pretty much stripped the red car. Seats from the green car I think should go in the red car because they're just tidy and they haven't been like sat in by like a million people. Because this car, when we first bought this car, the lady I bought it off, she cried when we bought it off her and took it away. And it's a good little thing. So I hope she doesn't see this, but if she does, I hope she sees the love and care that Dan had for this, for us to bring it back to life. Oh, come on. Sick. So what are you doing?
Mate, I'm dissecting this little scenario. Oh, I put the head unit over there.
Yeah.
So that was probably the one custom thing I did to this bad boy, was put a new head unit and speaks in.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, it's not too hard of a transplant to go into that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to take the have you got speakers in the back there, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take them out. Lance, you're in the middle of cleaning it all.
Scrub-a-dubbin.
Scrub-a-dubbin.
Check how much dust came out of the...
Yeah, go look
Where's
in
the
the
vac?
vacuum cleaner here. All from this car.
That was a brand new vac.
That's disgusting. This car was so dirty that it actually broke the family vacuum cleaner. It's like 20 years of vacuuming. It was enough to destroy it. Savvy, what are you doing there, Dylan? So we've got this thing pretty tidy actually. Lance has been going through, just wiping down everything and vacuuming. I've sort of done some of the plastics and that sort of stuff. Dan has pretty much done the door cards. We've got this door on and it's lining up nicely.
What colour should we go?
Of?
There was some discussion before about what colour it should be. I think we've had our hearts set on repainting the original red the whole day, but someone's throwing out different colours, like a blue, a gunmetal grey.
Is it starting to play with you? Look how nice the red looks though. Whatever colour you want,
No,
mate.
but that's a fun part. You know?
Oh, I think it should be red. Wilder? No? Okay. Mate, why don't you just keep it? These can just be twins. Opposing cars. Alright, let's keep doing these speakers. Welcome back to another day. We're here again with the Civics. Yesterday, excuse me. Oh my god, that's all the dirt that's came out of the red thing. So yesterday we got quite a lot done. Pretty much everything that we wanted to take from Lil Lease got swapped over to Lindy. As you can see, we decided to keep that guard because it's actually I think you call it NOS, like new old stock guard. We hung this door, which the more I look at it, the panel gap's a little strange. The panel beaters will fix that once this gets painted. Come over here, camera Wham. Come and have a look in here. So, there's a whole team effort in getting this thing sorted out. We got the seats from Lily, so we can reminisce of what once was. Some interior plastics came over from Lily's. Got door cards, so we got rid of all the skulls. Did basically a whole interior transplant. We decided to leave the hatch, I think, at this stage. I can't really see. Talani was talking about some rubbers that only run so far up. Oh, I see. Maybe we can switch the rubbers over. The boot floor's all good, and we swapped over this front guard just here. Pretty much now, all I really want to do is get the rest of the parts sort of stacked back into Lily so it's somewhat tidy for when it gets listed on Gumtree, and hopefully Dan can get some of his money back from his new investment in Lindy. So that's our mission for today, get this thing quickly back together. I've got to go and look at some rotary parts after this, so I need to sort of bust a move, which means I need to get stuck into it right now. So hopefully by the time I'm ready to leave, this is all wrapped up and good to go. This is pretty much ready for paint. So let's get stuck into it. Well, this pretty much concludes the end of this episode where we have transplanted, yeah, that's it, transplanted, rap god, transplanted all of the good parts from Lilise across to Lindy. It's literally been blood, look at those mechanic knuckles, blood, sweat, and a few tears along the way.
I'm not crying as much today because this bad boy's looking pretty prime. Look at this door. Boom. Fits in. Hey!
Butter. So, next steps, we're going to sell off Lil Lease so that you can probably get a bit of coinage back. Don't know how much. Or at least maybe Lil Lease will go towards getting another Civic on the road, and it'll be the donor Civic for everybody. Lindy then is probably going to be registered and driven for a little while, just so we can make sure that the motor isn't just going to pop within the first week. Who knows, a car with 300,000 Ks, a Civic should have another 300,000 in it, but we don't really know. Drive for a while, make sure she's safe and sound, and then probably going to get it painted. Have you decided on a colour yet?
I think factory red.
Yep.
Yeah.
Factory red with a few little minor changes. So we'll get it looking good. That's pretty much it, guys. It took us about a day and a half to swap everything over, plastics, doors, whatever, locks. Mate, did you learn anything?
Mate, I did. This is the first time I've ever taken off a door card, and I did it about 8 times on here because of many mistakes. Door handles, hopefully the locks work. I've tested them, they do.
Yep.
So, but you did most of the work, so thank you, mate.
No, all good, mate, all good. Sweet as. Well, see you guys in the next video when I guess we've been driving this thing for a while, making sure she's all sound, and it's going to go off for paint.
Another upgrade.
Yeah. It's going to look good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm the Car Guy Dave. This is Dan. You actually have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
If any of you guys... Oh, sorry, mate.
If you're a tech nerd, my channel's pretty good.
I'll put a link in the description for what he's up to. Anyway guys, see you in the next video. Take it easy.